Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the show. We are playing SimCity, and we are starting city number 7, which is going to be both a metal city, in addition to our first taste of Cities of Tomorrow. I shouldn't say our, I should say my, since, like I've said before, I've pretty much been giving myself a media blackout, so I don't know anything that's going on with it. So, this is one of those unusual highways that slices right through the land, and there is no, I guess you would call it an on-ramp, no connection, so I have to build one, which is kind of cool. And it lets me plan better, and it also means there will be multiple ways into and out of the city, so that should actually help traffic. So as I get started here, I'm also going to tell you a couple things that are going to happen with the channel. But first, let's check the direction of the wind. Okay, it's going toward the highway. And let's check where our ore is located. Holy shit. Alrighty then. Pyro is planning. I kind of don't... Like, my instinct is to just, like, stick a mine right here, right against the highway. And that is going to cause me more problems than it will solve. So our first step will be to go this way. Yes. Yes. I don't see how that will screw me over yet. Okay, so as we get started here, like I said, I'm going to talk a little bit about the future of the channel. It's not nearly as serious as it was the last time I talked about the beginning of the channel, but... real quick, before I started recording, I jumped over to Trollbania, and we've sent $1 million over here to Matisse Plains, which is only the temporary name. And, so, yeah, so we should be getting a big money gift soon, but I'm just, in fact, that's why I'm kind of building a little slow. Anyway. Alright, so if the wind is going this way, then industrial zone should also be this way. So let's just, yeah, we'll do it that way. Alright, so, the channel. I have plans for the channel. Nothing huge, but, well, okay, there is one thing that's huge. I don't want to talk about exactly what I'm going to be... Hello, Akamura.
Hello.
Stealing the bacon. Okay. I don't want to talk about exactly what I'm planning for a couple things, but I will give you some hints. First of all, the last time I did a top 10 video, it went over well, which I'm happy about. So I have decided to make a sequel. I asked you guys in the comments what you would like to see next from my special top 10 videos, and I believe it was Dr. Swag who asked me what my 10 favorite video games of all time would be. And I thought that would be a very difficult thing to answer, and it turned out that it really wasn't. I pretty much knew my 10 favorite games of all time. Mostly because if we limit it to 10 favorite rather than 10 best, which, as I said before, is a very distinct difference. If we limit it to that, what the hell am I doing? If we limit it to that, then it's actually a pretty easy list because, favorite to me means more than just the technical aspects of it. Like, for example, one of my favorite books of all time is The Bulgariad, which is written by David Eddings, the late David Eddings. It heavily influenced my writing style, and I really enjoy it. But if I get objective, the books are not really written super crazy good. I mean, they're written well, but they're certainly not on, say, a high reading level, you know? They're good. They're just not exactly going to win any awards. But who cares? And that's that's my point. Like, it shouldn't matter. Yeah, we're gonna be doing that eventually. The books are my favorite because they mean more to me than just their technical writing style. Wait, what? Not enough simoleons. Ugh. Oh well. We'll have money soon. Triple speed. So, the books mean more to me than just their writing style, and games mean more to me than the sum of their parts. I mean, obviously, you know, everybody knows what number one's going to be, so it's not like I'm spoiling it here. Final Fantasy VI is my favorite game of all time. But it means more to me than the game itself. You know, compared to games nowadays, the music of Final Fantasy VI was on a freaking sound chip, you know, that could only output like 8 sounds at a time, and the graphics were pixelated, two-dimensional sprites that are objectively worse than, say, you know, the modern graphics of high poly counts and heavy rain or something. But who gives a shit? Because to me, the game is about more than just those things. The game is about the feelings it gave me. The game is about what it meant to me. The game is about what it did for me, the imagination that it sparked, and so on. So it was actually really easy to pick my 10 favorite games of all time because most of them inspired some sort of feeling in me. I mean, games nowadays are great, and my list is biased to older games because of nostalgia, and I have no trouble admitting that. But it's like, oh, let's not tree spam when I have no money. You know, nowadays games don't spark that kind of imagination in me because it's you know, I'm an adult, so it doesn't, which kind of sucks. But you know, that's life. That's the way it works. So, I don't know. I don't particularly know what my point was with that whole thing, other than to say that it was really easy to compile the list, and now I just have to make sure it's in the proper order, and write the script and shoot it, which will probably happen in January. I don't think I'm going to have time until then. So our hot blonde secretary here has declared that we can now give the town a name. And so, in honor of J. Albert, God, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Welcome to Jayburg. And that was, by the way, named from the Akamura. She can explain when she's brave enough to get on the microphone to do it.
I will never be brave enough.
What exactly the point of Jayburg is. But welcome to Jayburg. She's apparently ashamed of the reason she named it Jayburg. But it was so clever and funny, especially the way... I wish you had been mic'd up when you explained it to me, because it'll never be that funny again. But see, now Jay himself is going to give us a whole bunch of comments asking you and begging you to explain it. And then, you know, you're going to have to eventually. You're going to have to eventually. So, anyway. All right, so Jayburg is here. Oh, and so is $1 million. That's fucking awesome. All right, now we can get into the real, what the fuck? Okay, yes, or fuck metal, or, coal. Yeah, no need coal. All right, so, what the hell was I talking about? Ooh, this should give some very good traffic flow. That should give some damn good traffic flow. And I will explain that in case you guys don't see why in just a second. I didn't even plan on it, but holy crap. Okay, so we need that, and I guess nothing else for a second? Oh, well, we can do it here. So we blow that up. And we do coal, because we will need that eventually for alloy. Or metal, alloy. And can I even stick an alloy on here since I'm shoving over? Nope, sure can't. Oh, well, I can put one in the back. Nah, fuck it. Let's do it this way. That's 4. So we'll blow that up. Come on. Come on. Come on. Thank you. There we go. What? I still can't put it there? Ah. Fine then. Jeez, be a bitch. Or rude. Come on. Load so I can replace that, since I'm wasting the city's money like a freaking idiot. Okay, so here's what I'm saying. Like, because this is an avenue, the trucks from the ore mine are going to drive all the way here and make an easy right turn to drop it off at the trade depot. And any trucks that come here to deliver can make a quick, either a left turn or a right turn. Quick turn down here to grab the stuff and be out on its way out of the city. I sort of accidentally did that, but that is a very efficient traffic pattern to get the goods to get the fuck out of here. So, awesome. And one of my other fans, Silvio Santos, hope I'm getting your name right, told me to avoid getting any buildings from for Cities of Tomorrow at first, just because of how expensive they are. I'm going to take that advice, and we're going to set up everything else in the city before we start dealing with the Cities of Tomorrow. We will get to it. We just can't. We're going to wait a moment before we just dive right in. I want to make sure the rest of the infrastructure is set up right. Because remember that the point here isn't just the Cities of Tomorrow. We're trying to build up a bunch of money, or a bunch of metal, rather, so we can... bunch of metal and ore, so we can contribute to the great work. And in fact, in order to build our international airport, I need $1 million, so we're going to have to build up some cash first anyway. Alright, so the second project I was going to talk about, that I have a video for, that's the super secret project, which is making me very excited. And I wish I could talk more about it. And it's one of those things that, like, okay, I'll level with you guys because, again, part of my channel, part of my personality is to be honest and transparent. And I really, really hate it when artists of any kind stay closed-lipped about projects, especially nowadays with the internet and with Twitter and everything. It just seems that being closed-lipped about a project can infuriate fans. I mean, sometimes it's better to not even mention that you're doing one, and then it's a nice surprise. But, leveling with you, again, the thing is, the project that I have in mind relates to what I want to do for the rest of my life. Like, as much as I love these YouTube videos, the gold medal to my life would be to be a full-time author. Specifically for this book I've been writing for an embarrassingly long amount of time. And I really want this book to take off. One reason I haven't talked about it on the channel is that I'm a little embarrassed. Let's see. I actually mentioned this to one of you guys. Forgive me that I don't remember who off the top of my head. I mentioned, I think it was on Facebook, that the reason I haven't done a special video that relates to the book is because that's going to put myself out there to an extent that I've never put myself out in public before. Because the book means so much to me that I'm actually really nervous about hearing feedback. I'm nervous about if you guys like it or not, and I know I shouldn't be. I should just do it and let the chips fall where they may. But unfortunately, I'm not that confident in myself usually, especially for something like this, because I've put so much of my effort and time into doing this book, the idea of putting it out there and then having it rejected by everybody would probably drive me to near suicide. So I just haven't really wanted to do it out of fear of rejection. But that's a really stupid way to live, and quite frankly, if I want to get the book published through a traditional publisher, I'm going to have to do something that's a little different. And, you know, video is where everybody goes nowadays. No, you know, few people are dealing with the written word. YouTube is hot, and, you know, and this is where you guys know me. This is where I have, at the time of this recording, 1,530 plus subs. It's where I have some semblance to an established audience. So this is where I would need to go to, you know, let it out and hope for the best. So, so there is something I'm going to do. There's a video I'm going to do that relates to the book, and I'm going to do that in January, and it will involve Yoshi, who has not been on this channel for a while. He's going to help me out with it, which is really cool, and I'm hoping that you guys like it too. I don't really know what more to say about it, other than the fact that, you know, I really do hope you guys like it. It will be a very bad day for me if you guys wind up not liking it, but, you know, I guess I have to take that risk, right? And of course there will be trolls, and that's fine, and I hope I don't let them get to me as I have in the past. You know, I don't know, but I can't just do nothing, right? I mean, if I want to stand out and make a difference and make my voice heard and make the book a success, I have to try, and I have to put myself out there, and I have to, well, that's it, I have to try. So I will be doing a video that relates to my book, probably in January. I won't give you the details about what exactly it is, but I will get to it, I promise. So that's in the future. What? I don't need to buy water from another city. So that's in the future. I don't know the exact timeline on that one because that Yoshi has to help me with it. I don't know his timeline, and I don't know what exactly is going to have to go into his part of it. But for the top 10 favorite videos of all, or top 10 favorite games of all time video, that's going to be a lot quicker for me. It didn't take me long to script the last video. It didn't take me long to rehearse it. It didn't take me very much time at all to record it. In fact, the longest amount of time it took me was to gather footage of each game. So what I'm planning on doing is working on the script for the video at work, at my day job, and then hopefully I can get it turned into a video sooner rather than later. Although I still think that's going to come out in January too, because as I record this, it's one day before Thanksgiving, 2 days before Black Friday, and like I said in my status video, I work in retail, which means the next few days especially are going to get really, really freaking annoying sooner rather than later. So I just don't know how bad it's going to be in the next couple days. Hopefully not too bad, but anyway, my point is I won't really have as much time to work as on videos as I want to. Oops. So, but we will see what happens. For all I know, this will be a gentle Black Friday, and everything will be fine, and I won't have to worry about any problems, and blah, blah, blah. Hopefully. Hopefully. Alright, so are any of you guys asking about city buildings of tomorrow? Apparently not, and that's fine, because I have to end this episode. It's been almost 20 minutes already. But we have a nice little city that's starting. Jayberg is on its way. We're making quite a bit of cash. Could be making more if I taxed at 10% like I should. Is there a reason? Oh, okay, because I never made any houses. I'm like, why are there no houses on this little street? I won't put any here because that way we have some room for some more houses of worship eventually, but... Let's extend that out. And... there. And then more houses. Alright guys, well, thanks for watching. Tune in tomorrow for another episode where we will take Jayberg to the next level. Hopefully we get another speech bubble pop-up for the cities of tomorrow so I can accept that and see where those quest lines take me. But for now, I will bid you goodbye. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully I will see you tomorrow.